One of the challenges that a beginning piano student faces is developing hand independence. Your hands are almost always doing different things when you're playing, even when you're playing the simplest songs. So if you're just getting started, for example, and you're playing chords in the left hand and melody in the right, your hands are still doing different things. The left hand is not doing quite as much as the right, but yet the left hand is playing more notes. So already you're being forced to develop hand independence. That's one of the challenges that piano players face. Even the most advanced piano players have to deal with this. But fortunately, for those of you who are just getting started or have been playing for a while, there are exercises you can employ to help develop this indispensable skill. The most effective piano exercises for hand independence combine different rhythms, different articulations, different dynamics, and different motion patterns between the hands. And so practicing these type of exercises slowly and consistently, just maybe a few minutes every day, that's more important than doing many different drills every once in a while. So when you work with these exercises, you want to go very slowly so that your brain can build new coordination. If you find yourself making mistakes even when the tempo is slow, then that means your tempo is still too fast. I would encourage you to practice each hand alone first, then hands together in just tiny chunks, maybe one measure at a time, just a few bars perhaps. And then change only one parameter at a time. In other words, change the rhythm, the dynamics, the articulation. You do these things when you want to make the exercise harder after you've mastered the original, easier version. I'll show you how this works as I demonstrate each exercise. So this will be the first video in a series, and depending on how long I spend demonstrating each exercise, well, it might take a few videos for me to demonstrate everything. So I'm going to start a playlist titled Hand Independence, so you can find these videos easily. So let's change to the overhead camera and get started. This first exercise for hand independence features different dynamics in each hand. So what we're going to do is use, just to get started, a simple 5-note pattern, starting on C, playing up to G, and then back down. So we're going to play both hands in the same rhythm and the same notes, but first we're going to play the right hand as forte or loud, and the left hand at the same time will play soft. So the right hand will sound something like this. Now, one thing to remember about playing loud on the piano, and this works as well on the keyboard to a slightly lesser degree, is it's not how hard you hit the key, but how fast. So you can see my fingers coming down quickly. And then the left hand will be soft. So you want to practice this each hand alone so that you can accurately play loud in the right hand and soft in the left hand. So now we're going to put them together. The right hand will be playing loud, or forte to use the musical term, and the left hand is going to be playing soft, or piano. Now, you may have never tried to do something like this, so you want to stay on this until you can keep the one hand that's playing soft truly quiet and the loud hand strong without them bleeding into each other. So we are now beginning to learn hand independence. So right hand loud, left hand soft. And now, of course, we're going to switch. The left hand, and this This may be a little bit more of a challenge as your left hand is maybe not as used to playing loud as the right hand would be. So the left hand's going to be loud. I got to make sure I get this straight. The left hand loud, right hand soft. And then if you want to extend this exercise, we'll play an entire C major scale. So first with the right hand loud and the left hand soft. You may have to play very slowly at first. And then the other way around. So that's our first exercise in developing hand independence. The second one is legato versus staccato. So if you're not familiar with those terms, legato means very smoothly. Notes are connected. Whereas staccato, we're playing short, detached staccato notes. It's almost like you think about a violin playing a nice smooth line, and then the player is called upon to play pizzicato, where you pluck the strings. And so you almost think of yourself as plucking the strings now with your fingers. Notice how even as I hit the note, instead of just bouncing off, I'm kind of pulling my finger back. Whoops, got to get the fingering right. We'll do the 5-note up and down, and then the left hand. And of course, you want to keep your hand relaxed and your wrist relaxed while you're playing staccato. So we're going to use this same 5-finger pattern, and we'll play both hands together, same notes, same rhythm, but we're going to make the right hand legato. The notes will be connected. And then the left hand is going to play short staccato notes. Ready? We're going to take it very slow here. You can play along if you like, or you can try this on your own later on. Here we go. One more time. And now we will reverse the roles. Right hand staccato, left hand legato. One more time. And then you can extend this to a full scale. And we'll start with right hand legato and left hand staccato. Now, if you have to play slower than that, it is no shame involved. No shame involved in doing that. Now let's reverse the roles. Left hand legato, right hand staccato. Or I should have played that last note, staccato. So there's our first 2 exercises in developing hand independence. So the first one is different dynamics on a simple 5-note pattern or a simple scale, and exercise 2 is legato and staccato at the same time. So I've got several more of these that I would like to demonstrate for you, but we're going to save those for the next video in this series. I hope you found this helpful. Of course, as I mentioned, there are more hand-independent exercises I want to demonstrate for you, so be sure to check out the next video in the series. By the way, if you'd like to support the channel, I now have a simple Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. and it helps keep me creating tutorials and these musical stories here for you. This channel is not sponsored by anybody, and I'm just a one-man show doing this all by myself. So I appreciate your support. You can also check out my Patreon page if you'd like to support the channel in that way. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you and demonstrating some more exercises for you in the next one.